The following episode has been recorded remotely in separate studios. We are wearing gloves, face masks and prophylactics and will continue to provide you with disease-free entertainment, rigged for your pleasure.
Hello, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Yes,
okay, sorry.
I'm here. Are you recording?
Maybe we'll stop saying, are you there?
We know we're here because we've already talked for 25 minutes before we press record.
What, in the setup? But we're getting out. We're narrowing down on our setup. It's starting to really work for us, this remote recording.
Yeah, how are the supply chains down at your end?
Over my end, why? Do you need something?
Well, I'm drinking basically milky water for a coffee.
Now, is that completely true, Jeremy? Because you actually said to me that you have 8 bottles of scotch.
Do not
7
give out
bottles
my details of what I've got in storage.
Pretty sure they're going to come around not to steal your scotch, but to take your water. I don't know.
Who knows what?
Are you collecting water still?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
But who knows, by the time this lands, this might not land for another week or so, Tim.
Could be over.
We could, well, who knows?
We could be in the studio again in no time. Who knows?
Who knows? Predictions?
We'll leave that to the episode.
Yeah, an entertaining episode full of goodness. So let's get into it and see what we come up with, Tim.
Yeah, Timmy Taco.
Jezbot here.
Just in case you didn't know. So, Jezbot, have you been looking in the skies lately? At night, do you go outside?
I'm always looking up. I never look down. Never look at my feet. Put my shoulders back, head up, chin up. Chin up, Tim. Chin up.
Chin up?
Yeah.
Eyeballs
I try
up?
to. I try to.
Because I've been going outside and looking up at the skies and hoping that I see something moving. Because, you know, all the planes have stopped working or not working, but operating.
Well, they're grounded.
And you got your helicopters have got flashing lights. Yeah, we're not seeing much movement up there. Because I got this report from David in Canberra, who wrote on the 11th of March 2020. That's this year, Jezbot. It's very current.
Now, is this before or after the lockdown?
I think this is right at the start of it, I'd say.
Okay. No doubt. We usually go older mysteries, though.
No, we do.
Older
this
UFO sightings.
Yeah, this is like at the top of the list, but there seems to be a couple of little reports here from 2020.
So the only thing with the 2020 UFO sightings is what we've discussed before, Tim, is the drones. It's always...
That's right. Yeah, it's harder.
Could be a drone.
That's right. We should be reaching for the stars in an earlier date, because otherwise it's highly suspicious.
Also, Elon Musk keeps launching a lot of stuff into space, SpaceX and whatnot.
Yeah, and
so you don't know what you're seeing anymore.
You've got a raging stiffy for Elon, don't you? This is kind
of.
You don't have to. Well, you don't have to say that. You don't have to say whether you do or don't. I know you do. David from Canberra reported at 6:04 a.m.
So, this morning at roughly 5:40 or 6:04 a.m, I happened to see something I thought was a satellite moving overhead, but then noticed a line of evenly spaced lights, around 30 in total, heading from west to east. No flashing lights, no sound, just moving in a line.
Highly suspicious.
And is that it?
That's it. So think about... I know you've seen it.
Sounds like
this. I know I've seen it. That you can tell when it's like, it looks like the size of a star. You know, when it's out there, you know, you can tell the difference between a satellite out there and a plane in there. So to speak.
Yeah, well, they always say that Venus, the morning star, Lucifer,
Uranus,
is always mistaken for a UFO situation because it's the brightest star, it's the first star.
Yeah, but it's stationary. Goddammit.
This is true.
Yeah, it's like, you know, anything moving up there is potentially something motorized or powered, if you will.
Yeah, unless it's a balloon, a weather balloon, Tim.
Yeah.
Don't forget them.
And, you're never going to see Uranus move.
Oh, wow.
It's stationary at all times.
Tell you
it's
what,
it's a fixed hole.
Maybe for you.
Yeah, well, I don't want to fill this myth with too much junk, like my anus.
Well, yeah, well, there you go. He's done it. It sounds a lot like this latest UFO sighting in Mexico City.
Yeah.
Did you get
Very
that
recently.
on the link? Yeah.
Yeah, I get it
thought
all.
I sent you that
I get
link.
it all.
Yeah, and there sounds a lot like what this what's it, Gary was saying? Was it Gary?
David.
He was saying well, this Mexico City one, the police are chasing them down. Very bright lights, about I'd say 30 of them as well, maybe 15.
Okay, yeah, look like that. They sort of look like drones as well, though. But there's nobody doing 30 drones at once. It's just not one of those things that you see. So if you're going to see a group of them, I reckon you could discredit the whole drone idea.
It could, but you've been to Vietnam and Thailand. Maybe you've seen
Sure.
those candles that you light up.
Yeah.
And they
But how
float off.
How far are you gonna stretch that excuse for, Jezbot?
Well, this is true. It's when they take off into interstellar space, that's when you got to start to ask some questions.
Yeah, you do have to start asking questions. Well, more questions next week, no doubt. I'm sure we'll have more myths.
And
along the way.
definitely no answers next week.
No, never answers. Only more questions. Questions.
Thanks,
questions,
I can't wait.
Questions. All right, I'll see you next week.
I'll look
when
forward
we
to
get
it.
through.
Cheers.
Goodbye.
So while we're talking about community concerns, I
Sure.
got presented with a concern this afternoon when you asked me to join the Zoom party.
Yeah,
and I'm not.
okay.
I mean, I'm not particularly concerned about it, but apparently there are privacy concerns concerning Zoom. Everybody's going through the Zooms.
Definitely.
And I'm not too sure what the privacy concerns are, but perhaps the footage is up for grabs to the highest bidder or some such something
Yeah,
like that.
do you think it's the content of what we're talking about, or do you think it's a good hour's worth of data fondling going on?
No, they
Yeah,
want
more
to
to
see
that.
people
Well-
having sex, Tim. Just to, like what a pervert and a spy does. A voyeurist.
Okay.
So
Alright,
it's just,
so-
it's like it's corporate
It's
voyeurism on a sexual
corporate
scale.
voyeurism. Okay, yeah. Oh, this is a sexy meeting.
It's 15-year-old hackers watching people play bloody pub trivia, apparently, which is all the bloody
Yeah.
rage.
It is, and it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Shout outs, shit pub trivia. But
Oh, shit pub trivia. Yeah, good long time listener, short time listener.
there definitely is like a complete monopolisation and homogenisation of socialisation, social networking. You know, it's not just an extension of your social life; it is your social life. And I've noticed that we've sort of been forced into to using either one or two platforms. And also I've noticed like in regards to like another shout out, the Timmy Taco DJ sets, and a lot of these live performances, especially when they're done through the Facebook.
I think you might be talking about the stream room sessions on Facebook there, Tim.
Oh, the stream room sessions, and they're excellent. They're excellent, but you can only watch them if you have the Facebook app, which I've never had.
Yeah, that's correct. And you've had to get it. I forced Jezbot to get it so he could.
I'm back on the
make
bloody
his
train, yeah.
Comments. Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
this is the thing. Like you upload your photos to Facebook, technically they own your photos.
Correct.
You're willingly
Yeah.
giving them. So if we hook up to Zoom, for example, like we're doing now, are we giving those perverts access to our meetings? So
Yeah.
they've got like meetings to watch. Oh, another meeting! I love a meeting.
I think they want to hear us.
I guess so, yeah.
I think they want to hear us plan any kind of protest. Look for keywords. you know.
Listen for keywords like revolution and mutiny. It is a concern.
Be
It is a
careful,
concern.
man.
And Viva.
Oh, yeah, true. I shouldn't have said that.
And la.
Or, yeah.
So you're saying that You're saying the community concern, Tim, is that what? Everyone's spying on us?
No, well, that was Sean brought it up.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
I
my
apologise.
community concern is that that our social lives have been forced into not just the digital realm. That's one thing, but for it to be forced into such.
They're being probed, is what.
Well,
they're saying.
obviously of course that's a concern, but I just think, but how it's all been funneled into, one or two major platforms globally, and I think that's there's too much power
Dangerous.
in that monopoly, and
There sure is.
power.
Well,
power
but
corrupts.
you know what, Sean? Like we tried to do messenger apps where we were trying to record. It just didn't work, and then we tried other methods.
There's so much. to learn.
Yeah, it's
that's right.
unfortunately for our privacy, I mean, Zoom, they got it bloody right, and we're not sponsored by Zoom in any way, shape, or form. But geez,
No,
Jeez, you
no.
mention it a lot though, don't you, Jezbot?
but also Elon Musk.
Well, but
And
that's
also you.
the pot calling the kettle black there, Timmy Taco, or should I say Agent Smith, who's managed to get us and a sizable population on all these platforms to engage in.
Yeah.
Well, you know why I did
That's
that?
right,
Because
Sean.
Your
my community
titty-tainment.
concern is that I'm fucking sick of trying to edit out the delay, the shocking delay. Because I'll say something funny like, I don't know, dick and balls. And then you guys don't laugh. Like you just didn't then. See? I'm going to have to
Yeah,
edit
that's
in you
right.
laughing. Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's
Editing
right.
me
And
laughing
timing
in
is
here.
of the essence when it comes to your
Telling a
comedic
joke.
performances.
Yeah, you're right.
Telling,
You're right.
telling a joke. Yeah, of course.
It's an
So
absolute
we
concern.
definitely didn't correct it though, Tim. Maybe next week.
But you know what they say?
Yeah, what do they say?
Well, just in terms of this community concern, if you can't beat them, join them. And that's where I found myself in regards to this concern. And like I said, I'm not really concerned. So that's just a community note.
Okay.
Fair enough.
for your information. Okay, cool. All right. Well, that's the concerns for this week.
More next week?
Concerns next week. Yeah,
Great.
we'll solve the world's problems by the end of this.
One problem at a time.
Now it's time for Tim and Jazz around the water cooler, having a little chat.
Well, no longer around the water cooler. If we are, it's at least 1.5 meters.
Yeah, well, around
Away
the
from each
digital
other.
water cooler. I mean, like this, we're on Zoom right now, Zoom
Yeah.
meeting,
Nice.
and I don't want to bore you with the technical details, but this is technically the world's new water cooler.
Oh, I think it's a great analogy.
Yeah,
I think you've done well. You've outdone yourself.
we stand around, we talk the talk, we try and get the tech. It's all tech talk, not small talk anymore. It seems to be tech talk, doesn't it?
Ah, okay. I'll see where you're going with this. So we're going to do what's better, house party or Zoom? Or
Oh no, I was just going to say, instead of having small talk, which is like, oh, how's your mum? How's this? Oh, what's the weather like?
well, even like how was Billy's soccer game? Because the soccer game doesn't happen anymore.
The only things we've got left to talk about is the technology. It's like 1000% recommend dash technologies right now. So are we small talking
Literally.
literally? So we're small talking technologies. And it's like, have you got the ID number? What's the password? Have you got this? I can't hear you. What's the mute? It's all small talk.
Yeah, because we just
It's like,
did that then. Like I had to phone you. We just took a quick break from our little Zoom meeting, and I had to phone you back. Just that the audio went out, so I was like, Tim.
yeah,
Like,
can you hear
waving
me?
at you.
Can you hear me? Yeah. And so now
I can't hear you.
Yeah, so
I
now
can't
conversations, our small talk conversations consists of, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know how you, in your Zoom meetings or talking with people, are people really avoiding talking about the whole situation?
Like you're doing right now.
I don't talk. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about it.
I think we've trained each other to shut the fuck up about it.
I'm saying, is it a small talk
Faux pas.
topic of conversation? A faux pas.
Well,
yes,
it
thank
was-
You bailed me out again.
No, it was, we had about 2 weeks of small talk coronavirus. I've just renamed it for some reason. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, well, it gets rebranded every bloody
Well,
other
it is.
second.
It is. But we small talked it out of our systems. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So now...
Well, I actually angered mine out of my system. I was in a full rage about 2 weeks before everyone else.
Okay.
But that's because of the tinfoil stuff I watch and listen to relentlessly down the rabbit hole I'm currently in. It's all good fun.
and that's
It's all
that's
above
quite
board.
topical, down the rabbit hole during Easter.
Hey, dude, I'm kind of bored of this. Can we get that?
Yeah,
No,
no,
actually, I want
that's all right. No, we can do that. We can do that. Yeah, fuck you. End Zoom meeting. We'll small talk about this next week. God damn it. All right, goodbye.
Yes. Bye.
So years ago, I was going through a bin
Okay.
at the back of the library.
That all checks out.
So look, I noticed that they were dumping down tonnage of books and stuff at the side of this library.
Isn't that the same as burning books, throwing a book away?
It very is. Yeah. Well, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's true. So when they had all finished up tipping everything in, I noticed there was some records getting tipped out into the old bin there. So I did my due diligence and I jumped up into the bin and retrieved a handful of sound effects records and spoken word samples records.
Yeah, sure. I know what a record
One
is.
of them being of a socio-science nature, explaining marijuana.
Okay.
It's from the 60s, and they're explaining, all the various names of it and the effects and the varieties and how it grows and all that kind of stuff. So I pieced it together to make the next song that I'm just about to play you.
So this is a Relics remedy.
Relics Bin Remedies. It's called tetrahydrocannabinol.
It's easy for you to say because
Gesundheit.
you do the spelling.
Marijuana is known by many names.
Joint.
Cannabis sativa, the hemp plant. Hashish,
sticks or weeds.
Tetrahydrocannabinol, THC. The smoke is inhaled deeply to produce maximum effect. Behavior of the user cannot be predicted.
Man, I was in that shit, man. I never had no dope like that before in my life, man. That's the heaviest shit I ever smoked, man. I mean, I smoked a lot of shit before, man. But goddamn, man, that's heavy shit. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. This place is freaking me out.
There may be a distortion of time and space.
Can I see your license, sir? What? containing marijuana, although I've smelled it and I've inhaled it. I've never smoked it. Pass the joint. Pass the joint. Snort, hard snort. Yes, you will get high, I guess. Yes. Far out, man. I just flashed on something again. I just flashed on something again. Then they get to munchies.
Marijuana. 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 Marijuana.
Marijuana. Marijuana. Marijuana. Marijuana. Better now, man? Yeah. Better? Yeah. Feel alright, huh?
Know that music.
Yeah, I haven't heard this for a while, and I'm sure that people have missed this music. Not missed, but missed it. That's the music that we used to play for Jezbot's diary.
Yeah, but I read all the
Circa
pages
19
out of the diary, and then
That's right. But I was logging on to online job search the other day, and it required some documents. So I went into me bloody
crawl space.
Yeah, I went into me crawl space to dig out me bloody documents, and lo and behold, fell out some essays that I was forced to write for being a naughty boy.
A naughty boy.
In grade 5. So I was about 11. Yeah,
10
I
or
reckon
10,
I was about 11. Not sure what year it is. We'll do the math later. Or you do the math.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't leave it to me.
Now I'm going to read... Okay, I'll read this one first. And then in another episode I'll read the other one.
Okay,
so
we'll stretch it out.
It's a two-parter.
Yeah.
Now, just give you a little bit of history here. I am absolutely going to call this dude's name out. Victor Tanti. If you're out
It's
there...
not the first time you've called out Victor Tanti.
Isn't it?
You at
Well,
least
the
once a
first
year
time-
say something about Tanti.
Well, every now and then I have a little Tanti. About Tanti.
The first time he mentioned it, he called you a
pip.
A pip. That was his
Yes.
nickname for you're a pip, Tim.
He used to try and make me say that I am a pip. And he
say
would
I.
You.
No, you say I.
Say I? Yeah, I used to.
I am.
You are
a pip.
A pip.
But say it.
I am a pip, but you're a pip.
Yeah, so he's a prick.
Yeah, so basically, get fucked, Victor.
I don't hold on to grudges for very long, but
no. All right, let's just put your mind into an 11-year-old's mind, okay? My mind, your mind. Yeah,
Mine, no.
I said mind, not your fucking hand. You sicko. Yeah, put your mind in there, and you got to picture the classrooms were way bigger. There's 35,
32, 35.
35 kids. They're all your friends. You've been there from the start. They're your only friends, mate. You don't want to be humiliated in front of your friends.
Or random strangers.
And do you know what? I was the funniest guy in town. You know what I mean?
like
Timo is a cracker.
Yep.
So I've got a trapped 35-person audience, which is, quite frankly, more than we're getting right now. Okay? I'm still just only entertaining 35 people at our stint daily.
Actually, the
stats
analytics have
peaked.
Yeah,
We're not
there's more than
completely
35
fucking
people.
useless. I know, but for the sake of the argument,
okay.
Basically, I must have done something, and what he used to do to me is like, Sid, write a 200-word essay and explaining what you did wrong and
why you're a little prick.
Why you're a prick. Yeah, basically. And I used to have to do it at home in my homework book. And Mum had enough sense to pull the pages out so that I could read them on the podcast fucking 35 years later.
Dear Mr. Tanti, it was not my fault. It was Craig's fault. He did it. It was not me, all right? If you don't agree with that, Then agree with this. I've told you. But still, I was looking at Craig. I have told you. But still, I was looking at Craig and he made a face at me. So, of course, I smiled. And that's when you turned around and found me looking at him, smiling.
Well, shut that down. How
how
bloody
dare you smile?
Tim, stop smiling.
All right, that's settled.
It's all right. So you really go hard at him, don't you?
So that's it was not my fault. It was Craig's fault. He pulled all the faces, and that he could think of. Is that settled now? But yes, the big but. I'm not trying to be rude, but you don't seem to understand, Mr. Tanty. It wasn't my fault. So if you can say I'm a pain in the neck, if I'm a pain in the bottom, and
He's crossed it out and put neck,
Oh,
right? Because he doesn't want
Mum to know that you've been calling him pain in the bottom.
pain in the ass. Okay, you
excuse my language, Mr. Tanty. I should not have been looking at him because I shouldn't have been looking at him. I guess just basically I shouldn't have been doing it because I shouldn't have been doing it. I cannot think of any more words. The end. P.S. It all sums up to 200 words. The end.
Right.
Okay, so that was my first.
What good could that possibly? What kind of teaching strategy is that?
That is try and let's just say rambunctious. Right?
Yeah.
So he's
well,
trying
Craig's the fast runner. Yeah, someone's the smart guy.
I'm
You're
the
joke, the funny guy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So and Mr. Tanty was the gay dude.
Ah,
You know?
yes, right.
Closet, working in a Christ Our Holy Redeemer
Aha.
school.
Oh, so now you've really painted a
I didn't give a
picture.
shit.
Fuck that guy.
You could definitely take him now.
No, but basically what it means is that there was this shutting down of having fun and enjoying it, and then that I was talking to Ness about it, and it's this constant reminder that when you're that young, you look up your only authority figures are your parents. Your parents love you, great, right? So they're sorted. Then you go to school, and you've got the likes of
Your local priest.
you got your local priest. We know all about that. You've got what was her name? Mrs. Passed, who was an ex-nun.
Yes, right.
So I can say all this. Ex-nuns. And she was mean to us.
She's pretty mean.
She's pretty mean. And then I had Mr. Tanty, who hated my guts. I had Mr.
Gerbil, who was he was a bully boy.
He was a bully boy, let's just say that. Right? And so on. So basically, in my school career coming up, the authority figures were they were my bullies.
Yeah.
They were my bullies.
Yeah, you
I
didn't
never
have
got
any.
bullied.
No, just by the teachers.
Teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so now I have this real problem with authority.
Stop laughing and stop having fun and carrying on, Tim. Like, where possibly in your future are you going to be able to use talking non-stop and trying to make people
to
laugh?
35 people at once? Where?
When?
So just look. If you wouldn't get away with it these days.
It doesn't
I could get that motherfucker shut down. So I got straight onto Facebook and I thought, you know what? I'm going to fucking find Victor Tanty.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because you know what I'm going to do? You know what you do?
Shame.
You shame the bullies. You go, it was because of you.
Get him cancelled, Tim.
Get them shut down.
So did you find him?
There's 78,000 Victor Tantys on there. So I couldn't find him. But he's lucky. Because I was like, after reading that and then going right back to that moment, I thought, I'm going to get this. No.
Jesus, you are fired up. I think I've heard a 2 C's, an MF, a
2 C's and an F, which is
what I saw on my maths test.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So you got any more of those? Ooh,
yeah, I do. I've got one more 200-word essay, and I give him a little bit back.
Okay, very good. I can't wait for next week's episode.
That's when I've had enough.
And would you have already put it on some high-pitched voice for when you were reading?
Oh, sure, if you like, yeah, if you so wish.
Yes, so please.
Okay, no worries. So more of that next week. Timo Bott's diary, circa 1984. Maybe 40s. maybe even
I was
40s.
1990. I was in grade 6, so that means 87.
Yeah, it's about 1987 too.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, interesting. Interesting.
Is it?
Cunt. This week's of the week
Yes.
is a story that happened in the news.
Mm-hmm. A local story?
A local story. So
Very good. Let's keep it local.
similar to the area that I live in is another area,
It's
which
another
is
suburb.
very close to my area.
So you're trying to draw a map of where we live.
Yeah, I am over the course of all these minisodes, microsodes.
Microsodes.
Yep, microsodes. So basically, a 70-year-old father has become quite disgruntled with the 30-year-old son that's living in the house.
I wonder why.
With the child. I
geez.
don't know if he's been there the whole time.
But he's there now, so he might have come back after he's had his daughter or whatever.
But me and Dad, we don't really get along.
We don't see eye to eye.
Anyway, it came to a head the other day when there was a discrepancy over how an omelette was cooked.
Okay.
And as a result, the father shot the 30-year-old son.
Right. So we were joking around, but it's quite serious.
But it's quite serious. No, but it just made me think of what my of the week is this week.
Yeah.
And that is that I don't think he cooked the omelette correctly.
He's saying it's a recipe.
Well, it's a recipe for disaster. See what I did there? But
did he burn the omelette or?
Look, I haven't got all the details. If you want to check the details,
fact yourself.
There is a little thing called the internet,
yes.
so you can do that. What I believe is that the omelette wasn't cooked properly. So what I used to do was.
So this is your tip. This is the week.
This is my tip.
This is how not to get murdered by your dad.
Yeah, because
when cooking an omelette.
When cooking an omelette, cook your omelettes properly. I get a particular brand of Thins crisps chips.
Chips, is it? Yeah.
And while you cook your omelette, just before you do the flippity stick, you chuck a couple of Thins plain chips inside of there for a crunch, so it doesn't overpower with flavour. Doesn't work
so it's
with
not
barbecue.
in there right from the start.
No. It's an in between thought.
Right.
Just before you flippity stick.
It's mostly cooked through.
Yeah, mostly. Oh, yeah. No, I would say 98% cooked through. You just got to do the flippity stick.
Yeah.
Try that. That's my.
So how you don't get murdered by your dad.
Well, he should have chucked some chips in there. You know,
because then the dad would have gone. Hey, son,
what have you done here? What have you done?
I've made an omelette, Dad. Well, what have you done to it? I've put some chips in it.
Thins crisps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, are you the cheesy type of dude? Like you put cheese in an omelette?
Not if I'm putting chips in it. So it's just chips, similar to my chip sandwich mentioned on the escape pods.
Could you put a chip in there that had a cheese flavour?
No, I don't think you can do flavours because it overpowers. Like you've got the egg. The eggs. Does egg have a flavour?
Yeah, it tastes like eggs.
Right? Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
So
you just do a plain omelette?
Look, I haven't done it for about 20 years. What my hot tip is I got back from Thailand. You really must go. And we had a egg chef cooking up all of our breakfast.
For the breakfast
yeah, they had a
buffet.
station. They had a station there. She did have a big one of those tubs that you get from Bunno's.
Yeah.
You know, with the handles on them.
Yeah.
That was full of egg goods. So I don't know what their ratio mix is. Are they doing water? Are they doing milk? Or are they just doing straight up egg? So I don't really know the mix.
Because you do put a splash of milk in with an omelette, or is that scrambled eggs?
Scrambled eggs,
okay.
I believe, yeah. Yes.
So that's what I've been doing wrong.
Yeah, you've been making
comes
omelette.
Out scrambled.
Scrambling an omelette. Yeah, or the other way around.
I like it.
So she was using this micro pan. Right? And when I got back from Thailand, Vanessa bought me one.
Oh, because they do,
and it's got that.
They do that.
They do that. They do that.
At the egg station, it's a smaller pan.
Hot.
Yeah, heat coming off it.
Yeah.
The chef sweating.
So I was fantasizing while I was in Thailand. This is what sparked my memory of the chip omelette. Was when she said, "What do you want in it?" Like she could do the bacon bits and the whatnots and the cheese,
onions.
if you please.
Yeah.
But I was thinking right then, got any Thins crisps? But that's my hot tip. Try it out.
Let's try that out.
Oh, and I got the pan. The pan's good for the flipping
Yes.
action. So when you're doing that flip.
The hot tip is get yourself a decent pan, an omelette pan, a smaller pan.
Yeah.
Get yourself
a
some,
man's pan.
Get yourself a bucket. Fill it with eggs.
Right up to the top.
Whip that up.
Put some chips in it. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's
a good
one
tip.
to try out.
All right, try it out. You should try it out.
I will.
Dude.
Thanks for listening to the STEEZ. Don't forget to pod it forward, as we like to say. It's more important than subscribing and stuff. Word of mouth.
Yeah, tell people about it.
If you
by
did
which
laugh.
we mean this podcast, which is over now. Thank you. Goodbye.